sorry if you touched on this already, but I want to kind of reel it back a little bit and just define what is a stem cell, because it's being used, that term is being used quite a lot in the biohacking industry at the moment. And as you mentioned, which we'll come on to, people are injecting them. And we understand that stem cells are there for healing, that sort of thing, but breaking it down as basic as possible as you can, what is a stem cell?
Okay. First, let me just put all of this in context. Whenever you discover something that is new, like and extremely powerful, it makes the mind immediately go and try to find this in those rare places where you can find it, like dark matter, God particles. Like we discover them like in this interstellar space. Oxygen. Let's say we discover oxygen, and we find oxygen in some rare area. And then suddenly over time, you realize that oxygen is everywhere. Dark matter is absolutely everywhere. It's the space that we live in. It's the space in the atoms of our cells, of our body. So it's like absolutely everywhere. We bathe in it. Stem cells are a little bit the same. So first we discover, they are these rare cells in the bone marrow. We can find them in the embryo, before 8-10 days old, before the embryo gets into a fetal state. So 8 to 10 days old embryo. Then we find some in fat tissues. We have some in umbilical cord. Now take a distance 25 years later. They are everywhere. Stem cells are everywhere in every single organs in the body, tissues of the body. They all have this population of cells that meet the definition of a stem cells, which is that it can self-replicate, it can multiply, and it can transform into another type of cells. Mm-hmm. That's the definition of a stem cells. And to understand what that means, we need to define what is not a stem cell, which is every cells of the body are somatic cells. They're cells of your brain, of your retina, of your skin, of your lung, of your pancreas. A cell of a muscle will contract. It's the only thing that it's going to do. Cell of your retina will be excited by light and will send an electrical impulse. That's the only thing that a cell of your retina will do. They're specialized. They never transform into anything else. At the other end of the spectrum, you have stem cells. Mm-hmm. They're almost like a blank cells. They're nothing until they start to transform into something else. And it is in this process of transformation that they play their role as the repair system of the body. Mm-hmm. And then they leave the bone marrow as really a blank stem cell. And as they migrate or travel in the body, they transform into what is called progenitor cell, which is a little bit of a stem cell that has taken a step to become a heart, a brain, a lung, a liver, blood vessels. And now they become progenitor cell, which is more of a cell that belongs to a tissue in your body. So they're everywhere, but to answer your question super simply, they're blank cells that have the ability to multiply and become cells of other tissues.